Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video we'll be talking about Rx0. So when I got my Rx0 one on October 1st, the network hash rate on Radiant was 1.6 petahash. So it's already increased by probably doubled or triple from the time when we ordered. I can't remember quite when we ordered, but I think it was about 4 or 5 times already up, if not more. But from 1.6 petahash in about a month, it's doubled already, right? 3.6 here. By the first, it wasn't double, but by the third, it definitely more than doubled. So 3.2 from 1.6. So we are doubled the network hash rate now. My Rx0 is currently overclocked. So finally, Pbfarmer put so much work in it for the last 3 weeks, day and night, every day. Been working so much, been testing with him lots of firmwares, which didn't work until recently. He was able to get that to work. So there was something different with the frequency of the chips, which finally figured out. So I don't know how soon he's gonna release this overclocks firmware, but I'm currently testing it, and I put it back to 200, 600 right now, and it looks like I'm not getting all the way to 200 yet. Let me see. Yeah, it's supposed to be like 740, but looks like I mean 840, but I'm at 775, so it may be taking a little bit of time every 5 minutes. Now, the chips, basically it's gonna show all the same, similar to, I believe, Ultra. It will show all the same 12 chips voltages, because the voltages is just divided by 12 chips. So their report is for basically total voltages, so it's hard to determine per chip. If we use, let me see, if we use Iceriver monitor tool, right? I haven't, I know it works in the, if we switch to Ultra. Let me try to get that and see if it shows individual chips, which I would be surprised if it does. That's weird. It actually pulls out somehow, looks like different voltages, but it's probably not correct, because the overclocked voltages that we have right now are supposed to be at averaging 435, and we get in 373 to 374, but they're different. The clocks now switch to 775, so it does kind of hang in there, so it didn't move any further than 775. Maybe it's for right now, it could be a limit. I'm not 100% sure where we at with that, but I did put 200 in there, so from 640 it should be 840, so looks like it's kind of limiting right now to 775. But we could see the hash rate jump to 325 there. I don't know if it's gonna be climbing up. I'm gonna let it run maybe for another 10 minutes, see if anything changes there. Or try to save that 200 again, see if there is any blockage. Yeah, I don't know. It does take a little time before switching between. I did run on the 150, it was fine. It reached on 157, on 100 it was 737. And then I changed to 150. That's where it's actually stopped at 775. Yeah, So maybe currently we have 775 is the actual limit. I'm not sure, but that's what it looks like. Maybe I need to reboot and see if it's gonna reach goes any further than that, but so far that's how far I got. 775 before was able to get to 700, but didn't hit that hash rate. So let's see on the other miner if I'm able. I only added like 10 really over here, but didn't automatically take it. So let's do 100. Let's try 100 and see what's our power stages temperature. Let's do 140 and we'll see how our power stages. Now this number 2 Rx0 is actually modded completely with the heatsinks, the fan there, everything ready to go. The temperatures of the chips are kind of low, in my opinion. 69. It would be nicer to have like 75, probably to 80, between 75 and 80, but the board temperature power stages are also pretty low, 53 still. So let's take a look. So this miner is not modded, so let's see if we're gonna notice power stages going really hot real quick. So we'll have to reduce that. Clocks looks like 665, so it's as usual going 25 on the clocks every I don't know how many minutes, but it's probably, let me show you guys. This miner is actually, see chat, it's right there. Yeah, it's dark in there. So it's 150 watt for Rx02. You probably cannot see this. I'm gonna zoom in on that power meter. Yeah, 152 watts. I can see it, but you probably can't see power meter there. You can see 242 on my AL0, but Rx0 is this one, 152 watts. So that's the miner is Rx02, number 2 right there. So yeah, it goes to 825 now. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it was, I needed to hit that save again. So let's see if we are getting accepted shares still. And we're not. 618. So it looks like we're slowly getting something, but the hash rate not increasing. Let's check this miner. The first one I just started, basically it was on a stack clock, so now it's 687 and we got the voltages up, and look at the power stages going to 71. So yeah, it doesn't start increasing, so we'll have to see on this number 1. Where is my power meter? You probably cannot see the power meter for number 1. Is this one, I believe, right there, Rx01 right here. Can't read anything when it's dark. Too bad. All right, it's right here. It's running on the 19 volts. So that's why I was gonna test it and see what our power consumption there at 12, because I'm using server PSU and I transfer into this to the 19 step up converter. So was really wondering how much power we're using on that one. All right, so yeah, I need to adapt the light. Let me actually add the light and see if we can see those miners. So I turned up some light in here so we could see my Rx0 right there. Power consumption 160 watt on 12 volts. So it's not at the wall, so just make sure you understand it's at the wall. I mean at the 12 volts reading on the low voltage side, so directly connected to the miner. So let's see my other one. Right there, Rx01. It's right here. Let me zoom in. it's 135 watts, and it's also from 12 volt, but it's up converter, so it's running on 19 volts. So I only added 100, and it's 136 here, and it's 160 on the other one right there, Rx02. So let me go back and see how they doing. So this one running, this is my Rx01. Let's see if any clocks change and what are we doing. So it's 80 on the power stages already, and it's 737, so we added 100. So it looks like it does works on the 100 without any mods, so there is no modification on this miner. Well, actually, I may have the fan there. Can't remember if I have the fan or not. Can see on my camera, it's right there. No, I probably don't have anything. I just opened back and front, was gonna ready to set it up, but I don't believe I need to verify that. I will go and verify in a second by the end of this video. So, but this one definitely modded. It's right here. It has the fan. It has all the goodies ready for overclock. So, and Rx02 temperatures are a lot lower, 51, because of those power stages with the large heat sinks. And we are getting 328 gigahash, so it's not a lot. It's only like maybe 50 gigahash more, or 60 gigahash more. It's 833, so yes, we added quite a bit. So we were supposed to get 31% increase, right, from 270. So our goal there, really, that's how we calculate, is get 31% from the base, from 270. And I was probably getting around 265, to be honest, on Rx1. On the pool, 267, 24 hours. 66. So, and now we could see we start increasing here on Rx1 and Rx2 on 317, also 265 on the 24 hours. My Rx04 actually doing 273 24 hours. So, but we do see on the pool also increase of the hash rate on those two machines. So let's go back and check it out. If we can do let's try 250. Can we do 250? I don't know. Let's do 250. Should we do 80? Let's do 80. Let's see what where we're gonna heat up this unit. I don't see a real quick hash rate decrease, so I'm not sure about the voltages, if I should increase that quickly, because I'm already at 435 in average, but my Iceriver monitor, it still goes by 374, 371s, kind of with the old clocks, old voltages, looks like. I'm not 100% sure there how this Rx0 reports these voltages here differently. Anyways, let's give it a moment, see if we're gonna see any increase after that going past 833, but it's kind of interesting to see that we're getting that little hash rate increase. So hopefully it will not crash. So it looks like we are going to 850 now. So ideally we're supposed to be getting 250. That's like 890, right? To 890. So let's do calculation. So 31%, so 270. If we add in 31% to 270, what are we gonna have? We're supposed to get 353, and we were only at 329. So we were 20 gigahash below that what we our point where we're supposed to reach with this clock. So basically increasing percentage of the clocks, we should be getting the percentage of the hash rate. That's ideal. It's not always going to be the case, but if we have the lucky chips and or everything works out as supposed to, our hash rate have to kind of increase in the same manner of the percentage of our clock increased. Okay, so anyways, I guess that's where we're at. I'm gonna be keep on testing this, having a little bit of fun with this firmware before it's gonna get released. I'm not sure when exactly, but it's still under test, so hopefully Pbfarmer gonna finish his site testing and all of the stuff. It's a little bit of probably the idea to release here just to make sure you can come back to the back to safe way. These Rx0s are probably going to be added an additional waiver or sort of warning, because there are few machines that are been bricked not by the firmware. What's interesting is that the way the Iceriver doing kind of weird way, these miners, so they're really the way they get bricked is when you install in the firmware, and apparently if something happening to the power inside the miner, it's not really related to firmware, but the chip gets erased completely, so your NAND is basically get erased and you cannot reset to factory setting or anything. And it's not because of this firmware, it's just because it cannot record any firmware. It just erased the chip completely to zero almost, and I had to reprogram my chip by the programmer. You can go ahead and check the videos. I mean, Crypto440 posted a bunch of videos how to get the chip out of your machine and reprogram. So I have one of those programmer, and I think I posted the video replacing that chip on Rx0. So but with that, we may gonna have that warning for these Rx0 machines, because they are, I don't know, maybe not. I don't know, after few more tests, I mean, Pbfarmer will put it all in his GitHub, so you will see all the information about this overclocking. So far we kind of stop on 850, looks like, or are we gonna go further? Yeah, so it does take a while to get to this. I don't know what is really the pause there, how many minutes, or usually like every, was it like 4-5 minutes, every 5 minutes or so, or less? I don't know, can't remember. Anyways, that's it. I mean, for this video you guys could see we are hashing a little bit more, but I don't see if it's gonna go with the percentage, because I'm supposed to get 350 now, but it's not. So definitely, well, it's actually going 333 from 329. So I don't know, maybe we'll eventually increase. I mean, just let it run for a while, you know, and I'll report back maybe in a day or two. So just want to kind of get the good news. So we are potentially gonna get that firmware soon. All right, well, happy mining, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Oh, we were gonna check if my other miner is modded. Okay, so I'm 183 watts on the modded one that I put 250. And the voltage, basically my wattage change with the voltage, not with the hash rate. So I may be able to reduce some voltages, because I don't know if we need to run that crazy on my voltage 80. I may be able to keep it like 60 maybe there. Still, I don't know. It's kind of have to play around to find the really fine tune with that. Let me see the temperatures here. So power stage is really getting hotter. So yeah, this is not modded unit. It's 83. I added 100 clock here. Probably not gonna do a lot more because it's not modded, so I don't want to damage anything, but may need to. And it's actually going to 737, which is pretty close to 740. So everything looks right, but the hash rate is pretty stable. it doesn't fluctuate a lot anymore. I think it used to. Does it fluctuate? No, it's actually pretty stable overall on Rx0s, right? On Radiant, on all of the machines. Well, let's see how the pool reacts to this machine. Yeah, so we definitely see already 346 reported to pool and 332 on the other machine on the 15 minutes hash rate. So yes, it does. Reads by the pool, which is great news. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Hope you like it, and I will see you on the next update. Hopefully we'll get, oh look, it's increased by 883, or was it 883? It was 850, so it does climb a little bit, not quite 890, but it's pretty much there. So I just need to let it run, see if it's gonna settle there. My voltage is 453, maybe high. I may gonna need to reduce like here to 70 and try and see if that's gonna be okay, if it's enough voltages, so I don't need to increase that much. And with that, I will drop my wattage from 180, see 178 now, 177. So I may not need to use that much power, so just to get efficiency. So I will have to play with those numbers, kind of figure it out, and yeah, Pbfarmer will report probably what you need to get, I mean, with the power usage and stuff on his GitHub. So anyways, happy mining, and we'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.